recap from last time. Jesus. Throw everything.
Who's doing it, damn it?
Recap, go!
Yeah, I'll go. Continuing, and sort of wrapping up our discussion with the Archbishop and with a Twistwind runner that Thane seemed to have some deeper ties to. We kind of we hashed out a couple more of our choices. We got the list of the 5 houses that offered to make a play for us. And the larger discussion regarding, do we split up? Do we stay as one unit? Or do we say no? Collars have been removed from all of us. We are free to move around the city. The seatbelt sign has been turned off, but it is. We were encouraged to think of a longer, loftier goals because it is essentially open season on us. And no one's being really forthright about what that entails. Importantly, Archbishop has taken steps away from us to sort of separate herself from us. However, we did learn that with the collar removed, the Archbishop can say and remember and no longer has that mental hiccup when discussing Ellerin. For what that's worth. Not
worth a whole lot, so probably shouldn't look into that at all anyway.
Yeah, no, that's not plot relevant at all. I apologize. The twist, it was not a Twistwind runner that delivered the letters.
It was?
Uram?
Yeah,
Uram, yeah. They were...
Oh, was it Twistwind? Why do I have...
They were Twistwind, yeah.
He does not a Twistwind, but he works for the Twistwind.
Okay, great. That explains why the last name was not Twistwind on my notes.
They, them.
Yep.
They, thank you. So, yes, Umram also removed our daggers or our tattoos and our collars with an obsidian knife. There was a little needle in it.
Very painfully, I might add. I put that in the notes.
Owie.
Ouch, owie, your spine.
As we left, everyone, Thane made a large declaration to the assembled people outside of the building, where we essentially laid the groundwork for whomever comes after us next. Trying to spread some seeds of sedition there. Lots of upraised middle fingers as we walked off into the city. We were given a place to sleep. Discussions were had about next steps. Brun suggested assassinating the Archbishop, which was immediately shot down by 2 people. And then as we were hiding out, we saw Farney outside the window, pulled Farney in, and behold, it is not Farney, it is instead Vox. And that is where we left off, was with Vox's reappearance. Did I miss anything of note from the rest of the gang?
Yeah, anything else to add from anyone?
Question. I don't know if I'm missing this. Umran mentioned someone looking for us. I guess it was like a cleric that was watching us. Was this Vox, or is this a separate person?
I don't recall saying that. You did follow a cleric to your current hideout.
Maybe that was it. Okay.
They were being all sneaky and making sure that you were following them?
Yep, the Archbishop gave us lodgings. She also is having weird dreams as well, so she might be in the thicker of the plot than she knows. She really wants us to join with a family. Saying we'll have access to their resources with whatever family we sign up with. Lots of cutting of people's spines. But I think you got the rest of it. Yeah.
Sweet.
You
Yay.
get our stuff.
Nice.
I do have a question for the GM.
Yeah.
So I have, of the 5 families that offered us letters, I have Twistwin, I have Kunabik, I have Blank, I have Alfoza, I have Selfasari.
Talmuth.
Talmuth.
Yeah, which the Clang one, I think.
Thalmaf. The dwarves. Who built this city?
Rebuild this city really fast. Cool.
All right. Curtis, how is your inspiration looking?
I Curtis could use some. Let me see how Brun's doing. Brun could also use some.
Well, Brun can have one.
Hooray!
And Curtis, you're looking fresh today.
Thank you.
There's your inspiration.
Yeah. New color. It's a great day to be.
Creation.
Woo!
I was going to comment on that earlier, but I showed up right when we were starting, so I missed my window.
It's no longer
It's good though.
I've shifted
All
to a
right,
different end
so-
of the visual light spectrum.
So, as you mentioned, we left off in a room, notably on a second floor of the building. So, when you pulled Farney in, they climbed to the second floor window and did, in fact, reveal themselves as your problem child, Vox. You lot are a lot harder to find than I would like.
I'm terribly sorry that you had to do any amount of work. I'm sure.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't
I'm
be
sure
finding
it was
us.
hard for you.
You should be sorry, and you should be glad I did find you. There are many people in the city looking for you right now.
My birthday was a couple of months ago. I like a belated gift as much as the next guy, but
Ha!
Thane, do you have a birthday? Or do you does the collective celebrate birthdays?
It's
We-
no, not really.
Bird?
We try to avoid things that would make us stand out. Which is kind of what a birthday would do.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yes,
What if-
regardless
what
of that. And he kind of like hand is like fidgeting in the pocket a little bit. Why are so many people interested in you in particular? What's up with that?
To be interesting.
Usually, you don't want attention. It's not typically the ideal.
You should tell that to Thane.
We don't even have a
Looks
birthday.
at you.
You didn't have any birthday.
Doesn't even have a
We can use this to our advantage, which is what our intention is. We could maybe use some help getting down below, though. You disguised yourself really well. Is there a way that you could do that with these three?
Unfortunately, Thane, I am not quite that skilled. The best I could do is a little bit of makeup. And kind of looks over at Navos. And I don't think my makeup skills are quite up to par for that.
I don't do makeup. It's just not my thing.
I'm beautiful anyway. I don't need it.
I will turn to high five Navos. Self-confidence is key. It's not a rule, but it should be.
He pulls a satchel
Wolfie, hey,
around.
believe in yourself.
What
Yes,
rule-
yes, it's all
Wait, what rule
well
was
and
that?
good. The best I
58.
have is this. Drops a bag in front of you. And it sounds fairly soft. Whatever's in there kind of deforms fairly freely. And he just kind of stands there, hands on hips, gives a little, here you go, motion, and goes to take a seat on the bed. Starts kicking the feet. So what is your plan? Going to escape the city, avoid all this mess, scatter, get back to our own lives?
Thane's gonna look at Brun, like with a look of, do we really want to tell Vox what's going on? Given,
Based on the very little that Duncan knows of Fox and how untrustworthy they are, he's not even listening. He's kind of not spaced out, but just ignoring everything. Laying in the bed, making quips, high-fiving neighbors.
Brun.
Fox is sitting on the bed with you.
Ugh.
Brun's gonna look to Thane with this kind of look of like, he's an asshole, but he's our asshole. Like,
He ain't mine. I keep mine cleaner.
Thane, Thane's gonna check the bag.
Inside the
Or
bag, you
say.
find dark robes and a couple of masks.
Some big mustaches.
I had to guess at sizes. No
Big fat
mustaches, no glasses. I did have to guess at sizes, but I'm used to doing that for Brun over here. Kind of gives you like a little side eye, like you are the biggest problem ever, literally speaking.
I think there's like one robe that's just, it's like two robes just sewn
Sort of the
together.
bag.
Got like two hoods.
So we should discuss our plans ahead. Personally, we would like to get to the roots and speak to our contacts there and get the ball rolling with that. But we also should be prioritizing getting into the sewers, right?
If
I
we're
feel like
going,
the sewers are one way in, but not the only way.
I feel like a good idea might be to get some answers first, maybe from the dwarves. If we get to the sewers, we don't know how to get to this mausoleum itself just yet.
And I agree with Navos. I think the builders know something about maybe this mausoleum. They would have to. I mean, like, they probably have blueprints of the city that date back older than anything in the records.
Well,
I mean, if you want a mausoleum, Vox kind of points through one of the walls. The main cemetery's over there. They've got plenty of dead bodies.
where's that
Kind of
located?
looks a little confused as to why you would care.
Brun will like sort of pull himself up and be like, let me catch them up, and sort of step to, like, I'm assuming it's just one room. There's not like a table.
Yeah,
or anything.
basically.
Yeah, I will read in. I'll read Vox in on what Brun will be 100% honest. The way Brun was not with the Archbishop, he reads in Vox 100%.
Okay, cool. Takes you a little bit, but
Yeah.
easily done. That is a very different situation. You're certain it's in the center of the city?
From what everyone has seen,
In dreams?
yeah.
And you're going to trust that?
No, we're gonna check
Okay.
it out.
They were more than dreams, though. And we were able to speak to one another. We were able to transfer things to one another.
Exactly. It is. This is not the strangest part of our journey. I'm sure there'll
It
be
kind of
strangers
is,
It,
though.
it, it actually kind of
because-
is.
This is dreams. That's pretty fucking weird.
invisible black fibers, people into monsters, godkin dying.
People die all the
But
time.
regardless,
Shoulder
we
shrug.
don't have time on our side. Whatever we're going to do, we need to move quick. And it sounds like we are all wanting to move in different directions and get different things done. Talking to the builders, talking to the people in the roots, getting down to the sewers. We're worried we're not going to have time to do all of these things before
For
things.
what it's worth. And Vox is kind of like mulling something over. I can do a few things on the side. I'm not getting involved nearly as much as you might want, but I can do a couple of things. I can find certain people or spread rumors, or usually I just kill people. This is a lot of effort. Tell you what. You all rest for the night. I have my own little hidey hole. I'll meet you back in the morning, and you can tell me what the plan is, what you want me to do for the day. You go off, do your thing, I'll do mine. Reconvene at another point.
Have you learned a lot about this city since you've been here? About any of the families or anyone in particular?
This is the first I've been back in quite some time. I did do a little bit of traveling in the few days you were missing. Kind of looks at you, Brun. I even went home. Very pointed look at you.
Mm.
Yeah, that was fun. You weren't there. Surprise. What do you want to know, Thane?
We haven't had the chance to talk with everyone about this yet. But we've heard the name Gartranos come up a couple times as we've been going through the city. The
You get a big old
Gartranos
grimace.
family. It seems like you know things about them.
I'm familiar. Do you have specific questions, or
Can they be trusted?
Vox, do you have a specific...
absolutely not?
Do you have a specific grievance?
Looks at you again. In case you forgot, I am Daddy Crime Dragon's #1 favorite right now. I would rather not be sold for whatever reward. Personally.
Daddy Crime Dragon.
You didn't hear that.
Yep, we all heard it.
I don't think you did, Duncan. I don't think you did.
Okay. So other than not being
Where are you
able to trust
avoiding them?
Two people said something at the same time.
Yeah.
Thane asked...
I was basically getting a roundabout way to ask what Brun just asked.
Yeah, where basically where are they? What areas of the city won't Vox go into to avoid them?
Okay. Well, in that case, let's bring us over to our map. Doodly-doo.
Incoming stream.
It's a map.
The map. Readjusting for the recording. Okay. So Vox tells you about a couple of locations. There are certain sections of wages, the mercantile district. Thane, you recognize the name of the Corvid's Crest.
Mhm.
Yeah, Corvid's Crest. They note a couple of other like businesses, shopfront type places. A couple of sections in feeders that he avoids, and most of routes. There's one temple in Prayers, and he's just avoiding Clang in general. Shut up.
Sorry. Sorry. I was trying to mute myself, but I didn't reach it in time.
It's weird you made it louder, which was the crazy thing.
Just turn the volume up.
Sorry.
Regardless, it's late. I now know where you are, which is something. I will see you all in the morning. Enjoy your hand gestures around the small room you're all cramped into. Right. And twists the ring, returns to the face of Farney. Point of order for that as well. When he transformed, the gear did not change. So you're fairly confident this is Farney's gear or something that looks like it. And starts hoisting himself out the window again. Don't get caught again. I don't want to post bail. And drops down out of sight.
Duncan will slowly close the window behind. And if there's a lock to latch, it will be locked to latch.
A lot of good that'll do you.
Well, before tucking in, do we want to figure out the family we want to go to? At least get some kind of agreement.
We still think it should be the Alfoza.
I think the
They
Alfoza
are
are
the
just...
best.
They are the best connected, but I feel like the most corrupt, the most part
Yes.
of the system, the most resources.
Yes,
I think
we can use that. That's the point.
maybe they'll use us instead. And they just don't sit right with me. I don't sit right with any of these families, but I feel like the Alfoza is just like walking into the lion's den.
If I can ask, what are we trying to learn? Are we trying... If we are trying to do 9 different jobs, we're going to do all of them poorly. Are we trying to rescue Elrin? Are we trying to understand what's happened in this city? Are we trying to get some rich jerks off their fucking seats and give the city back to the people? Are we trying to make this our problem, or are we trying to go deal with the fiber nonsense outside the city?
Well, we think all of these things are connected. We cannot save Ellerin without also unseating those in power, and vice versa. Because once she is free and the rest of the city is free, they're not just going to roll back over. They're not just going to nod politely and smile at those who have been enslaving them all these years.
So, but what is that? Is that the number one thing we're doing? Are we
It's the number one thing
rescuing
that we're doing.
Elrin?
We are interested in rescuing the people of the city. If Ellerin is the people of the city and rescuing her saves the others, then yes, that is what we want to do.
That is one
I
of
think
my
we need
goals. It's
focus.
selfish, but I think it ties in a bit to my past. And I need to figure out more.
On scope. We are fresh out of prison, a one-handed old man. What are we going to do to change the laws of this city, the class disorder of the city? I agree with you, Thane. I don't think it should exist, and were it within our preview, I would gladly help, but I think we have to realize we're in way over our heads on this.
We are not
came
alone.
Here, we're not alone. No, agreed. But we're not an army. We're not an insurrection. We're not a revolution.
We can be outside agitators, and there is an army of people here, and another army outside.
But we didn't come here to start a revolution. We came here to figure out what happened to Pyval and figure out, what are these black fibers and how we can solve them. I didn't come to Callow to start a resurrection or a revolution.
That might be the difference between your order and ours, because how long have your paladin group been here in the city, and how much change have they affected? We have not been here for long, but our intention is not to just fall in with the status quo. And regardless of the black fibers and anything else, we cannot stand idly by while these people continue to suffer. And if there's something that we can do, which we think that there is, one, Ellerin has chosen us, and we believe that if we free her, we free the people. We are uniquely suited to handle whatever this is, even if we don't quite understand it yet. And our goal is to reach out to those in the roots and start forming connections and seeing what they already have in place. Right now, yeah, we're by ourselves, but we just need an opportunity to learn more. So that's why we need to go to the roots.
Why would Ellerin choose us? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Why is anyone chosen for anything? And why the deity that you worship, why was he chosen? Why did he, opposed to anyone else, elevate from his position? Sometimes we are tools wielded by things greater than what we can understand.
I think it has to come down not to choice. I believe Velos, he works in mysterious ways. He influences us. He inspires us. He allows us to be something bigger than we are. And in a lot of ways, I believe in that. I take that in. I take it with stride. I believe in small actions building a snowball effect. You help someone, they help someone, and the world is a better place for it. But I don't feel like a small snowball. I feel like a sunny day. And I don't really understand what I'm doing here. I don't believe that Velos chose me or I'm chosen or anything like that. I just think I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think I'm too old for revolutions and talks of insurrection, and I just don't feel like I'd be any use to you.
We are very, very small voices in a very, very large crowd. And we can choose whether we want those around us to hear what we have to say. But if we are silent, then the crowd, in this case, continues to suffer. We have a chance to do something good here, Duncan. And whether you don't need to believe that it is going to be this grand revolution. You don't need that. But just saving one person, just Ellerin, why is that not enough?
I don't think it's a question of what is enough and what isn't. It's a question of what if we just go out there and get ourselves killed and nothing happens, nothing changes. We've just thrown ourselves against a wall.
What would your Dee Dee have done when he was still human?
He would charge in there, sword drawn, ready for action with hundreds of followers who believed in the same
What are we
message.
talking about?
And I believe in that same message too, but I mean, let's face it, I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm not as strong as I used to be. I'm kind of looking down at his stump. I'm not as capable as I used to be. I just feel like drowning. And we're just one step behind everything else. We get to the city and they won't let us in. We have to go through the sewers and we have to work with criminals to get into the sewers, to get into the city, to get a whole building collapsing. And maybe it wasn't our fault. Maybe it was. And then we get thrown in prison for it. And now we got a whole city out there hunting for us.
Duncan, you are describing the plight of every single oppressed person who has ever existed. You have been in the city for what, a week? Think of the people who have been here their entire lives and how broken they must feel and how much they need someone who is used to a different world, who is used to a better way of doing things. They need you.
On to the gates, because we officially haven't used the front gates, but I don't remember seeing any of them turn people away from leaving. If they felt that suppressed, like, if I could, I would just leave. There's nothing holding me here besides the fact that we got these boxes here. I don't know if they got into the right hands, and I'm honestly pretty concerned about that. And I would like to see that kind of making sure that those boxes get to some place that they're actually going to be helpful. But other than that, like, who's keeping these people here?
Duncan. There's nowhere else for them to go. You only leave this city, and this is the safest place. And you only leave this city if there is nothing here for you. These people are trying to get in because it is worse out there where they think it is. Everyone thinks the grass is fucking greener somewhere else. But you do. Yeah, you don't leave Kahlo lightly. And if your family has been here, if your friends, they don't do fun trips out into the woods. They don't do field trips. They don't do fucking summer camps outside the city.
Duncan, the city is full of kids, just like the ones in Ulrith. But unlike the ones in Ulrith, they don't have the option of someone like you to look up to. Not always. So why not be that person here?
try to turn the kids against me. I understand that. I can look out there and see the children. I recognize that everyone in the city has value. They do. I agree with you there. And that every one of their lives matters. And the lives of those who were lost in the research tower, they weigh on me. And I just keep getting this same feeling that we're doing more harm than good. Yes, we can go out there and we can save Elorin and be the heroes of the city. On what? Kind of looking and gesturing out the window towards the graveyard. More of those. Soon, a tombstone with each and every one of your names on it.
Duncan, we're going to wind up there either way. Why not do shit beforehand? I mean, the choice is just we do things and we try, and we throw ourselves against the wall, or we stare at the wall.
I've tried that so many years ago, and you know what it got me? It got me absolutely nowhere. It got me thrown back into the academy as a way to stay relevant, a way to stay useful to the cause. Oh, you have the spirit, Duncan. You don't have the capabilities anymore. You just don't have, you're a liability, Duncan. You understand. I've been there, Thane. I wanted to change the world. But sometimes the world doesn't want to be changed. Sometimes the world isn't looking for an easy answer. But
all you need to do is look outside, and you see thousands of people demanding change. If you don't want to be that person, if you don't want to help, then fine. You can leave the city. You can give up. You can get what you want, and he's gonna point at the
our fates are all tied at this point.
Well, we're not done fighting. So our plan tomorrow is to go to the roots and to meet with the people there. The rest of you can choose whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, but we're not just going to do nothing. And that was the very last bit of that was pointed right at Duncan. Because we're better than that.
Guess we'll see where that gets
you. Bed.
I think Duncan has had a day. He's got spinal surgery that's kind of healing. It's starting to really hurt. Not that his back didn't hurt already. This just kind of threw it over the edge. And he's in a cranky mood. I think Duncan, unless there's something further to discuss, is kind of going to turn over and try to get some sleep too.
After a couple of minutes of quiet, Brun leans over to Navos. What do you think?
I still think I'm being selfish. Do I want to free these people? Yes. Am I helping the people, or am I doing it just to learn more about myself? I don't know why, but something is tied to her, to the dreams. I don't want the bloodshed, but what am I going to do? If the collars come off, they're free. I can't stop them. I'm just going to be watching what we've already seen in Alreth.
A different kind of massacre, for sure.
Of course. but something that I had more of a hand in. I don't know. I still think it's good to get some information on what we can in these days, but what do you think?
Quick look over to Duncan, listening for snores. See how fast the old man falls asleep.
I think he's having a lot of like deep thoughts.
Yeah.
Might be a restless night tonight.
I think when you have a problem, you have a problem. When you have multiple problems, you have opportunity. I think rescuing Ellerin will lead to the city changing. I think changing the city gives us a great opportunity to ride in on the masses and get the peak, and from there go down. I think a lot of these problems are tied together. My problem is kind of like yours. Except I don't really care about Ellerin. We did the job. We got the boxes to the city. We delivered them to the Archbishop. That's what the paperwork said. She couldn't hold on to them. That's her choice. But I need to find Mahir. I did not sign up to be a revolutionary, but if somebody needs to die to open up the doors and get us out, I think the Archbishop's going to be the quickest route between 2 points in that regard.
I'd still like to find another way around that, if possible, but I am still on your side. We need to find Mahir. But besides trying to find a goal, what do you and your people want? I don't know how long you've lived here, but will they follow what Thane wants?
Mine won't. Which reminds me, do you still have that list of all the folks who went down in tomes?
I'll pull
May
out
I
of
see it?
my bag. Yes, I'd like to see if you could read it over to me. I can't trust much at this point.
Absolutely. And Brun's going to look down the list of names. And OGM is...
You're still there. You probably went away.
No, here's the problem. Alexis is making this face the entire time.
Shut up.
Go on.
Just because you're right doesn't mean you're right.
And yeah, I'm gonna look for any names I recognize on that list.
Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh, do I want high or low?
I don't know.
Okay.
You recognize 100 names on that list of 80. Or 17, I think it was.
That's a 7.
11. Oh. 17. Okay.
There's a name that stands out. I need to pull up some notes so I don't botch the name.
Frantically Googling. Don't worry.
It's not Googling.
Frantically doing the exact same thing, so I am on the same boat.
Mm-hmm. That one? That one right there, yeah. How do you pronounce that name?
Boy, why the fuck did I make this name so goddamn complicated?
I'm hoping it's just like Jamal or something.
No. Mayargan.
Well, you heard good.
And yeah, reading through the names, I'm picturing it like a little ways down, as he's reading them off.
It's alphabetical.
Okay, perfect. So as Brent's reading these off, Navos, there's. Hold on, I want to see.
How well can you keep that in?
What's your passive insight, Navos?
Let me check. I've got a
14.
cat right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Thank you.
There's, as he's reading down through the names, there is a slightly too long pause before reading Mayargan Sineth. And then a slightly too long pause after, and then continues down the list.
I'll let you finish once you're done.
Hand the list back.
I sincerely apologize. I want to know more of my own, but I am taking away those that have been robbed. Who were they to you?
She was my mother. A researcher. Spent a lot of time tracing family trees of the Godlings and the Asimar. I had hoped she wasn't doing a late night research project, but
I will get down on my knee. I offer my dearest condolences. Whatever you need, please let me know.
It's fine, Navos.
It's not fine. I am looking for a family member, and I took yours.
She's believed that I've been dead for the last 10 years or so. It's hard to call somebody family when
But I still took that
she's a
chance
blood
away.
relation. No, you didn't. That choice was taken long before you showed up here. By somebody much more foolish.
Whenever you have time, I would love to hear as much about her as I can. No push on this, but memories come and go, and I want to take in as much as I can.
Thank you. That is one less person I have to worry about with whatever comes next. So that is a burden I am happy to set down and pick it up when there's time. And I do not blame you for what happened. It was hell's. That was my idea too. I don't blame me for it.
What would she have wanted in these opportunities that we have?
The last time we spoke, she said she was I was taking on a task that had been meant for someone else. And she was glad that I was stepping up to do it. But that was before Mahir, before and kind of looks down at his hands. Sort of rubbing at parts of his hand, rubbing at the knuckles, like he's trying to wipe blood off them. And that was so long ago that I don't know what she might have wanted. I don't know how she would have changed.
Seeing you rub your hands, I'll place a hand on one of your wrists. Did she have a favorite flower?
I don't remember. And as he looks up into your eyes to say that, you can see the extra shine in his eyes. I haven't thought about it in so long. I don't remember.
That's all right. Hold it a seed for her. We can figure it out on the way.
Yeah. Let's keep that between us.
Oh, of course.
I don't need Duncan going all noble on me.
Yeah.
He might even I don't know, apologize or something, and no, I might kill him if he had to.
You held my name. I will hold this for you. In honor of my Argon.
Thank you.
I'll stand back up, sit back down. Not pushing anything, just watching the stars for now. Just in case Brun needs anything.
Brun's not laying down, he's just sitting on the floor with his back at the wall, sort of gazing out the one window that Vox had come through, just looking up at whatever stars and moonlight is coming through. And just silently mourning. It takes a good while for him to get to sleep.
It is late. The day has been a lot. And eventually you all fall asleep. Go ahead and roll your hit dice. You'll have a long rest. So whatever you get back on long rests, that is sorted as well. Let me know when y'all are good on that, and I will keep talking.
There's a deep. Ready?
Yeah, almost set.
All right. Is Andrew even there? Who knows? All right, I'm going to take it that he's not. In spirit, as always.
I'm here, sorry. It wouldn't let me unmute.
Ah, fantastic. Are you caught up with your hit dice?
I rolled literally just enough to get back to full health.
Incredible. The exhaustion of the day has dug into you all, pulling you down into unconsciousness. And it takes a bit. Not that sleep really matters or cares about how long things take. Could be an eternity, could have been 10 minutes ago. You don't know. You all find yourselves laying down on a smooth, slightly cool surface. As your eyes open, you see that familiar star field swirling above you. You're back. And for a bit, you lay there. Eventually, people start to fade in. They're somewhat transparent, a little fuzzy around the edges. They're moving around you, acting as they do in the waking hours, passing by, stopping to chat, lifting some unseen object, opening an unseen door. And this goes on. What do you all do?
Do I see any of the other?
Well, you're laying on the floor at the moment.
Mhm.
But if you take a look around
Mhm.
through the passing people, you do see your companions laid out just as you are.
Duncan will stand up, and I'm looking for, I think, Navos.
Easy enough.
And I'll start heading towards his direction.
That tap,
When-
tap, tap of that familiar sea of glass beneath your feet. You realize there are no reflections of the other people, other than your companions.
Shane's gonna stand. Ellerin, can you hear us? We want to help you. Can they hear us? Gesturing out at some of the other people moving around.
Perhaps.
Has anyone communicated to one another this way before?
Not in a very long time.
Shane's gonna start moving to the others.
Looking around, if I see Duncan approaching, I'll get up and head towards him.
As I'm waiting through the crowd, do these people have form to them, or am I like passing through them?
The first few you attempt to avoid.
Mhm.
And one of them clips through you just a little. You realize that they are an apparition, perhaps, a vision of people, but not actually there with you.
I'm kind of imagining Duncan standing up and trying to wade through this crowd. Oh, excuse me. And they just start passing through him, and he's just like, and just starts walking slowly, steadily towards Duncan, or Navos.
Every person that you pass through takes them just a moment to kind of reconstruct in this vision.
Mm-hmm.
And where they pass through you, there's like a static. Kind of makes your skin tingle a little bit. Your muscles twitch ever so slightly. Navos, there's an old man standing over you.
extending a hand.
I'll grab the hand and slowly get up. Duncan.
Good morning.
Morning.
Or night. I'm not sure what time these dreams happen.
It's so confusing. With the collars off, I thought that'd be it.
You and me both. I wonder if they awoke something inside of us. Because these didn't start until we get to college, but now that they were on us at one point, I wonder if we've been irrevocably changed.
Maybe. Looking around if I could see the others. Thane's still interesting, though, without ever having a collar.
True.
But
What are our sigils doing?
So, your sigils, when you were awake, did react a little bit when Vox was in the room. In this space, you don't notice any reaction from your sigils. They're there if you want them to be, but they don't seem to be doing much.
I like to think that Thane is not wearing their armor in this place. They're just wearing what they would normally wear underneath their armor. Oh, and they look all creepy.
I would think Thane has no qualms of being just like butt ass naked.
Oh
like,
yeah,
we're all the same.
like
You have nothing to hide, nothing to shame. He's just walking around people.
I'm starting
okay.
to
Thane's
wonder.
naked.
I'm starting to wonder if Thane may be right, that we were chosen for something. Why is it just us?
Thane may be right, and I'll kind of turn to see where Thane is.
I was gonna say, can I be showing up just at this time, so like I catch the Thane was right.
That's the only part here.
Thank God I only have one eyeball.
we may have been too hasty when we spoke. It's not a matter of who's chosen and when or why. It's just that we are here. We're here.
We can talk about
That's
that
it.
in the real world.
Looking around, do all of these figures look like they are collared individuals, or are any of them like seekers? Do I see anyone in like seeker uniforms, or anyone that kind of stands out in this place?
You don't see anyone dressed as a seeker. You don't even see their collars. You just see people moving through. And if you care to watch for any length of time to see if there are any patterns or anything, you may make a roll for that.
I'm going to do that.
Give me
Absolutely.
an investigation.
I sure can. +0. That's a 13.
The weirdest part, you see a couple people who, say, open a door. But then other people walk directly through that same spot as though what they are doing, what they're experiencing, whatever this is different for them from the other people. So for some there's a door, but for others there's not. And where an item was sat down at like maybe a table or a shelf, somebody else passes directly through it and opens a different door. So from what you can tell, things aren't lining up between the individuals.
Do I see anyone I recognize? Specifically looking for Erda or is it Tirthus?
Only Erda had the collar.
Right.
Go ahead
Do I
and
see
give me
her?
another perception with
No,
advantage.
I don't. Oh, that's nice of you. Natural 20. 6 on the first and a natural 20 on the second.
Over there. And you feel yourself turn. Your feet don't move, but where the world turns around you, you're not sure. And you see her. Walking.
I'm moving right to her. Can you make her hear me?
Perhaps. Give me a high or
Can
low.
she talk back?
Say high or low.
What's that? Huh?
Say
Harlow?
high or low.
Oh, hi.
Okay. You can
good,
try.
Is that a good okay? We're free from Silverwater. We don't know if we're in a better position yet. But we want to come and see you if you can't hear us. Can you hear us?
She keeps walking. Just a little bit, couple of steps. And at first it seems like she can't actually hear you. But then she stops and starts looking around. As you focus on her, you hear, "Where? Silverwater. You are now." It's very faint and echoey. And she's looking all around, trying to figure out where your voices come from. What are the rest of you doing in this moment?
I'm looking for Brun. And then I had a message for Ellerin.
Brun's on the ground.
Yeah, Brun is just kind of just staring up at the stars. I feel like just once the ghosts start, or the figures are just like passing through him, Brun's just like, I'm just gonna be here for a minute, and is just kind of riding it out.
There are people that walked through you.
Oh yeah,
Right through you.
Oh, for sure.
The stars continue to turn. You actually see a constellation that brings a memory up of your mother's voice talking about the ties between this constellation and the Asimar. It passes quickly, but
what's there?
it's there. You think it's her voice. It's been a while.
Thinking about her, Brun's gonna stand up, and he's gonna look. For the first time, he's going to really take a look around. And he's going to look for Voice Saren. And see if he can spot.
Oh, Boise, okay.
The only other face that he might recognize.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a perception check. At advantage.
Okay, as a higher is a 14. For a 15.
There are so many people walking around you, through you, going about their lives. You do not see the person you're looking for.
I think while he's looking, Brun does see the other three sort of clustered together. And he's gonna walk over with a bit of a the shoulders are a little more slumped as he's walking over, just to hear what the gang's all doing.
See what the Phils are up to.
Yeah, gotta see what the boys are doing.
What do boys do? Duncan, what are you doing?
I've joined up now with Navis and Brian, and I'm begrudgingly a naked Thane.
Thane is not begrudging about it. Let's be completely honest.
I'm begrudging about it because I fortunately have 2 eyes but only 1 hand to cover them. That's a little amputee humor for you.
Just a little off the top.
I think Duncan's just kind of waiting for Ellerin to respond back. He doesn't feel like he owes her any talking. I think just that conversation he's had with Thane in the real world is persisting here in the dream world as well. Where he's kind of just been, what are we doing here? What is this kind of attitude? I think he's almost becoming more nonchalant about it, like Brun is, realizing the futility of it, the irony of it. The spectacle is a little too grand for this. Duncan feels like he's being used in some way, and he's not very happy about it.
Ellerin, I believe you. The Archbishop remembers. Why is it being hidden? Is there anything else you can show us to help us get to you what has happened before? These dreams are great to be able to pull us together, but what else should we be seeing?
Navos, what do you look like right now?
I think like a combination of current Navos and the past Navos.
You have 2 giant froggy bug eyes.
Yeah. Got more of
Oh,
like
I hate that.
like a peach skin rather than full purple.
Oh, that is uncomfy for me.
Oh no.
It's like halfway between like Perfect Cell and DBZ.
Oh dang. Okay. That's also worse. That somehow is worse.
Phenomenal. We'll put a pin in that. Thane, what were you asking?
Thane's going to keep trying to communicate with Erda. Time is running short. We need to move up our timeline. Do you understand?
She's still looking around.
Erda,
Where you now gathering?
we can't say. But everywhere.
And she pauses and dissipates. Fades out. All of the people who've been walking around all of you and through you and going about their lives fade. There 1 second, then like they pass behind a pillar, they disappear. Right? And the world starts to shift. You are in a garden. Lush and green. Flowers that you probably have never seen before. There's a winding walking path that passes through twists and turns and dead ends, shortcuts. And eventually, you, after weaving through all of this, stop. There's a door in a tree. And you see an ornate lock. Even without interacting with it, there's that static again, that power behind it. And set around it, there are several gems. It's ostentatious in its presentation. But Navos, given your knowledge of the arcane, I won't even make you roll for it. There's something going on magically. The gems are part of it. It's all necessary.
Magically delicious.
Open the door.
Open your... Duncan says, what the hell? And he'll walk up to the door and try to twist the... Is there, like, an... I'm assuming there's a handle. You can, like, just twist.
Yep, it's right in the middle of the door with this lock.
Like a hobbit door, okay. So he'll try to twist it to see if it's unlocked.
As your hand reaches out and contacts this doorknob, you feel a warmth under your hand. And there's a sparking that happens. The lock is reacting to your efforts to open the door. And you feel this power race up your arm until it fizzles.
Is it painful?
And the door opens. It's not pleasant.
Okay. The door
But it swings open.
And kind of open the
And
door.
there is darkness on the other side. A void. No stars. Just nothing.
I'll kind of turn around, standing on the outside of the door frame, looking back at the companions. I don't know.
How many gems were there?
I want to say 9. Yes, 9.
Okay. I think I'll close the door again. I can see, or as I can see, like Navos counting the gemstones. This door may be more convoluted than Duncan had hoped. And he'll close the door. That probably
You go to push the door shut and are sucked through. The door closing behind you.
Brun's gonna try and, like, once Duncan fades away, like, gets pulled through, Brun's gonna run and try and, like, grab the door and keep it from closing if he can.
Make me a strength check.
In a manner of speaking, you would say you're holding the door?
But, like, not in the dumb Hodor way. we're Ooh. Just strength, or can it be athletics?
I'll allow athletics.
There was like a hurdle we had to jump over.
Parkour.
Cool.
So just strength is a 21. With athletics is a 23.
You're such a piece of crap. Why would you?
I'm
Just
sorry
one big
that
number.
I'm sorry that Brun is like this is
Sorry,
what
I'm
Brun
sorry that
is
you're
good
good
at.
at
This is like Brun's like finally a thing I can like use my biceps on.
You swing your way into the door and stop it from closing. You are face to face with that void.
Can I go to pick up a gem and see if it slows it down? That void, that pool.
You're gonna pull one off the door?
Yeah.
Alright. Ooh. What are you rolling for that? Sleight of hand?
I could like just made this puzzle, and then the first thing we do, let's just start
Should we just
breaking.
open the door? Question as the guy currently holding the door open.
Uh-huh.
Are you trying to like turn off the magic, or are you just trying to like get a shiny gem? Like,
Nice.
Why can't we do both?
okay, you know what? That's fair. I'm not gonna yuck you up. Never mind.
Basically, this entire time, Navos has been a kleptomaniac.
Yeah, everyone thought it was Brun.
Too. Like, oh, I feel for these people, and I want to help them. But yeah, like, I love these people because
Shiny.
they have shiny things.
Davis just does it. He does it in silence.
He did run a shop. He has a business. Oh, so did Duncan, but
8.
Yeah, no, that's not coming out of there. Let me just
Yeah,
hide my
that's right.
eyes from Navos.
Navos doesn't get eyeballs.
You leave my gem eyes alone. You try to pry these gems loose, any of them, and none of them budge. But as you're kind of pressing and digging at the door, Brun, you get bumped. Into the void you go.
That's fair.
So just two of us
You wanted
outside then.
to see more. And yet you resist.
Yeah, Thane walks in and just
And
shrugs.
disappears.
nobody
at Navos
sucks me
on the way
yet.
out.
Curtis, you put those eyebrows down. Navos, you're still holding the door.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't remember what god it was that I followed, but does this feel like it relates at all? This garden with the flowers
You mean
that we didn't recognize.
Kalana Giri?
Yes.
Colonoscopy. Coloscopy?
I hardly knew her.
You feel the power of colonoscopy move deep inside you.
So I'm looking for like the flowers that we're seeing, these paths. Does this relate to like the history I've read about them?
In that case, give me either a nature or a religion or a history.
17 with history.
The walking path itself is very familiar. The twisting maze-like patterns are traditionally a way to have the individual walking the path experience more of what the garden has to offer, to grant you access to more facets of the flora. Whether that was intentional in this case, you couldn't say. But there are a lot of very odd plants.
I'll take note of that, and I will head through the door.
And Nevos disappears. There's light coming in through the window, the sole window of your room, as you all come to consciousness. It's morning time. There was a small knock at the door, trying to wake you, but not being super obvious, not being too loud about it. The voice on the other side mentions that you should probably get going before the sun gets much higher. There's some food in the kitchen for you.
This is the same room we fell asleep in, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Just wanted to be
You're all
sure.
awake now.
Duncan is the first one in the void. Duncan will be the first one up. He will go to breakfast by himself. Hopefully there's places for him to bathe. Probably been a while.
There's a bucket
Yeah,
and a rag.
breakfast first, bucket next.
Man, they gave us a whole bucket.
Is that one bucket each?
What's your bucket?
There's a bucket and a rag. You're lucky that they warmed the water.
You don't get a rag.
It's a brand new day. The sun is high. No.
The birds are singing because we're gonna die.
Thank you, Curtis.
I got you.
What are y'all doing today?
I'd like to take a look at whatever reflection I can see first. Do I have as much depth perception right now as I did in the dream?
You do not.
Okay.
That monocular vision, not so great for depth perception.
Thane's going to grab breakfast to go. And where are we meeting up?
Farney
We're going. Where are we meeting up? Here?
Farney said they'd be here this morning. At least one of us should wait.
Barney.
Um,
Good one.
Thane is going to down their armor. I think that might be the first time in real life that they've done that completely okay with it. And
did that for the training sequence, but
oh, I did. Yeah, but Thane wasn't too happy about it. They just did it because Duncan told them to.
fair enough.
And in fairness, they're not really happy about it now. But they're going to take their armor off and switch to a completely different face and body type. They're going to take on like aristocratic looking. Did the elves seem like they're treated better in the city, or were the elves more likely to be collared or braceleted?
Elves tended to be collared.
Okay. Yeah, just like an aristocratic looking human, male. Little on the older side, maybe. Not quite as old as Duncan, but.
Okay. What else are people doing?
Who you taking with you, Thane?
Are we doing buddy system?
Yeah. Doubles our odds of somebody making it out.
You want to come?
I'll take Navos and we can go talk to the dwarves.
Sounds like breakfast. Sounds good to me. But I'm still waiting for Farney to get here, so you're gonna have to wait.
Speaking of that,
That's fine.
what do we want Farney to do? Do we want something material they can bring back? Or certain information?
We think that we should send them after Boomerang and see what they know and why they were, if they are being as truthful with us as I hope they are being. That's just our opinion. We're open to alternatives.
He'll have no qualms from me.
That's fine. We're covering a lot of bases.
Ron, he's your
so we've got a
sidekick,
crew-
so
Oh, sorry.
I think that's a decent use of their talents.
And they're already a twist one.
You can sense that grin somewhere in the distance. No.
Check that.
So we have people going to find the Talmus and people going to chapels.
to the roots. Yeah. Yes. And I am on baby duty, so I'm listening, but I'll be muted. And while we're waiting on Farney / Vox, Thane is just going to be carving their piece of wood that they've been working on for a while to pass the time.
Okay. You got it. So it doesn't take very long for Farney Vox, to arrive. They are fairly punctual, annoyingly. The other two will send you out into the world first. So, Curtis is now gone. Phenomenal. I was about to explain a thing. So while you are all out, there is a chance that you will be spotted / recognized. You don't know what that means for you currently, so just be aware of that. Are you
We were given disguises, correct?
Yeah, do we put the robes
Yes.
on?
Yeah.
If you want to. Okay.
Duncan would put those on.
Okay.
So you arrive as Vox, or you guys are leaving as Vox is arriving. And, sorry, Farney. I just love my terrible little tieflings. So Farney points out that Seeker squads should have a handler. And they go for the bag of supplies and readjust what you're wearing so that Duncan is the handler and Navos is the seeker. And you are coached just a little bit, just enough, through how you should be acting. Basically, do not speak to anyone unless it is completely private. When you are walking through the streets, no contact with others. Seekers are considered a necessary evil. Those who take on the task of Seeker have made a choice that no one is proud of, that choice. People don't choose that because they want to. So act like it. You are doing the job because you had no other choice. Handlers, on the other hand, are a little different. They tend to be people who've chosen that. They like the power. usually. They like the fear they cause. It is typical for the Seekers to be collared, but the collar is a little special, so if another squad happens to find you, it wouldn't be uncommon for a little ping, right, for them to pick up on you and any magic that you have. So the fact that you're uncollared, you should be okay, disguised thusly. Before you all leave as well, Vox Farney mentions that there are announcements going on. They don't have time to detail everything in it, but you all need to be very, very careful for the day. If you're found, you'll probably be targeted much quicker. If anyone recognizes you, they'll probably turn you in. You have a current bounty of 2 gold for any tips that lead to your capture.
That's
Curtis looks
offensive.
insulted by that number.
Yeah.
Duncan is as much as he does like whatever. I really want a bounty. 2 gold,
That's like-
really?
That's like half a year's salary for most of these people.
There was a brief moment where it was like Brun hears bounty, and like you see him running the numbers on like if it's a big enough bounty, if we turn ourselves in and we collect the bounty and pay it back to the city, and we're just out scot free, and like all's well that ends well, we're out of here. 2 gold though, we're gonna have to get arrested a couple of times.
Well, like $1 million or so.
Only like a little over 500,000.
Yeah, fine. Do they freak of fly
Anyway.
miles here?
They don't. Damn. Don't. Those are reserved for gargoyles. So that's the rundown. Farney's there. Y'all are heading out into the world. Do we want to take our bio break now and address all that when we come back?
Yeah, I'm cool with
How
that.
do we want to do this?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. That'd be good timing.
I was not expecting us to split up today. Wahoo!
Yeah, we thought, hey, shit's gonna go down. We might get attacked anywhere in the city. Let's split up.
Listen, it was that, or it's gonna be the Thane gets jumped by himself show, or by themselves show again, and I'm not here for, I don't like reruns.
Cool. So I'm gonna go adjust some things. No, I'm not. Let's return at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you, 9.
See you guys then.
Womp womp. How we doing, buddy?
We're doing pretty good. Okay. You do pretty well. I feel too good, Mr. Stark.
I'm not feeling so good, Miss Ellery? I swear, I feel like I'm mispronouncing our spooky benefactor's name every time I say it.
I think it is Ellerin.
I don't feel so good, Miss Ellerin.
I think that's the hardest thing that I have to do with Duncan is how do I rationalize me being here? How does this fit to Duncan's story?
Yeah.
I think he's still waiting for that. All right, I'm in. Hook, line, sinker.
He's waiting. He hasn't quite.
He wants to save people. Obviously, he wants. If he could, like, if it was just like a push a button.
Yeah,
You know.
he wants to do good. He wants to save people. He'll help the little old lady across the street, but like there's younger Boy Scouts to make that trip now.
Exactly.
So like
there are other followers of Adar who might be more useful to the party. And I think that's the underlying note to motif to Duncan's story is this feeling of uselessness. He's not really sure what he's doing here. How he's now in debt $2 million, thrown in prison, a domestic terrorist.
yeah.
And what he thought would be his years of retirement.
Yeah. His quiet small town retirement.
I did my duty. I served my God. I served my people.
I'm pretty sure. I think is Duncan. What's it? Bruce Willis in Red? Is that where we're getting with this?
No, he's not that intense. He's not like doing flips and shit. And
Yeah.
you know, he's trying to keep himself humble.
And that is something that I really like. There is potential for Duncan to be like, I've seen all this shit before. And that humility, I think that's a really interesting friction point, is the humility leading up to that.
And I think that's the difference between Duncan and Thane. When it boils down to it, it comes down to humility, to humbleness, to
Yeah.
like.
I think it comes down to being right and being wrong.
I think right and wrong.
Spoken like someone who does not see the world for all the shades of gray it is, because
Yeah.
and that's right. I think that's a lot of what Duncan has, is he has that like the world is much murkier than it was when I was adventuring.
Are we doing early stars? Because I'll say this later, but the back and forth between you and Derek and I don't remember my mom's favorite flower, and that's okay. We'll figure one out along the way.
So good. Also, the two of y'all, like, I wish I had fucking popcorn, man. Like, that was so, like,
I bet Alexis was just sitting there with popcorn.
The ideological, because that's something like, I know Alexis and I talked about it, and I think it's kind of like we had talked about it in previous stars, but it's like that has been boiled, like just the pressure's been cooking for a while, and like getting to blow off a little bit of that steam. I've never been happier to just like shut up and just sit and just observe, because that was.
I'm looking forward to when it really boils over.
I'm waiting for the pot to explode. Like it's we got a little bit of whistling out of it, but yeah,
that was some good stuff.
Thank you.
Here's hoping the second part of tonight's game doesn't completely go to shit. Like, we run into stuff that is out there that, you know, my hope is we burn through what we got to do quick, it's like a montage, and then bam, we're back together and we're doing our thing.
I mean, honestly,
I'm sure
we
that'll
can wrap
happen.
up the whole campaign in the next couple of hours. That'd be great.
Yeah, I know. Like, we'll just listen. I don't go to work.
Oh,
I don't have to be at work till.
been in this shop the whole time. Who knew?
Ellorin's books. This is just a really long, drawn out marketing campaign. And that's so. To your point, Evan, like, Brun is also like, why am I here? But Brun also has, like, Brun is looking. We did the job. I need to go find Mahir because every day that I am here not doing that, I like is another day further from that. And so I feel you with Duncan, like, needing that, like, I'm in kind of thing.
So from my end of things, the question is asked both to the party, what am I doing here? And to my god, Velos.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? I served you faithfully for how many years? I did my duty. I was told that I couldn't serve you the way that I wanted to, but I still, ever so strong, the Duncan of Brave, stayed. I stayed. I did this. And one of the most important things I think about Velos is he's, to me, known as the Silent One. He doesn't really interact with the world. He doesn't dip his little fingers in and change the fate of this. We suffer through our faith.
Mm-hmm.
We endure through it. Even when the times are hard and no voice comes to us, we have to keep pressing on because we're doing it for the greater good. And so not having that communication, it's really dawning on Duncan for the first time how much he almost needs that, as in a reassurance. Like, is this really what you want from me? What am I doing here? Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a two-parter for Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
How had Duncan wanted to serve?
So Duncan...
we'll find out in a flashback next month.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can... But Duncan wanted to be the literal white shining knight. He wanted to be a paladin of Velos. He wanted to go out, they go out, and they serve, and they protect, and they...
we should really be doing this in game. We should do this in game because Thane's just going to say, like, you've just been handed that, like, you've literally been handed everything you've ever wanted, and you're complaining now, like, oh, let me just have a quiet retirement and then die.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about Duncan accepting. Maybe a little prematurely, but he accepted his lot in life. This is what I was meant for, I suppose. And now it's kind of been turned on its head. And he doesn't really know how to react to that.
Yeah, Derek, I didn't know what you were shooting.
But
I saw it go spinning, and I saw the cat just beeline after it.
Oh, it sucks. This is the time where it's playtime from like 7 to like 11. It's like every few minutes she'll sit down and then she wants to start up again. So I got this.
So you can shoot it across the...
Yeah. I'm trying not to be too distracting, but if not, she's just laying on my journal the entire time and clawing up.
Nah, you're good. I apologize for the one or two random barks that came through from my side. We moved the dog crate into this room because hopefully that'll mean that everybody gets a full night's sleep instead of the dogs like every 2.5 hours. Yeah, no one else knows that feeling.
No, I have the market cornered on human suffering.
You can fucking keep
everyone
it,
look at me. No, it's fine.
Yeah, sit down and shut up, Andrew. God. As soon as he mutes himself, so he can't respond. Welcome back, friends.
What if I want the chewing noises of you directly into my recording?
I will have to mute all of his recording in that case. So, we're heading out into the world. Phenomenal. If you take a look at our handy dandy map, once again, I'm going to pop it right in the center there. That blue boy, that treant there, because I was doing so many other things, didn't build a bar. So we're going to use this.
That's Ellerin.
You'll notice
Roll
it's
initiative.
named City's Favor. For the next few days, depending on the actions you take and the actions taken against you, people will be more or less willing to snitch on you. And this is just a nice little visual tracker to see kind of what the current vibe amongst the city folk is. So let me adjust that in a bit here. But just so you are aware, there is potential that people will be trying to turn you in. You can make that happen more or less frequently by your choices.
Turn us into the guard or turn us into any of the particular houses? Or does it depend on who decides, who we stumble across?
That
Because if there's, I was going to say, depending on who's got the bounty on us, our 2 gold bounty.
That's a lot of pocket cash, okay? That'll get you a stay in one of the nice hotels for like a week. Maybe.
Yeah, because when I go to a nice hotel, I go to a nice hotel in the same town I live in.
Anywho, so that will be shifting. You all should be able to see the green bar, I think. Is that visible enough, or should I turn it to red?
Red would be awesome.
My danger.
Give me about a moment.
Is there a nice like
or actually, could it be in the middle and then as like it sort of says a sliding scale from the middle?
Friend, I wish.
So like if it's like a health bar, right? If it's at 50, it starts at 25, and then as we earn favor, it has more health.
That was in the notes or in the intentions for making things. Didn't get to it. So for now, we're working with this.
Fernando.
How's the red?
It's got 100,100 HP. Everybody look the fuck out.
That's 100 out of 100.
Oh, okay. Boy, those numbers got together. But that's perfect. Thank you.
There we go. All right. Because I know some of us can't see colors. No, so I didn't know how the contrast was. But anyway, that will be shifting each day. So you all scatter into the world, into the city. And on the way to wherever you're going, there are cobblestones beneath your feet, well trodden, well worn, especially the further out into the city you go. The closer, or the farther you go toward the noose, right? You see a lot more wear and tear on everything. There's more grime on the buildings. Everything's just a little more beat up as you head outward. The sky is overcast, bit of a breeze. For spring, it's a little chilly, actually, and the sun is just barely peeking up over the city walls at this point. There aren't many people out and about just yet, and those that see you in your disguises... Brun, are you disguised today?
Yeah, I'll be disguised. There's only so many barn-sized people in this town, but I'll take a little extra coverage.
I mean, Whatever you can do. People see the seeker squads before them and give a wide berth. That's immediately apparent, no matter where you go. People don't want to go anywhere near you. They don't want to interact. They act as though you're not there, but they're acting a little too hard in that direction, so it's kind of obvious, right? The cobblestones begin to glow. There are patterns on the street. And people begin to slow down and stop and look. Brun, you've never seen the streets do this before. There's a pattern, and an image appears, an illusion. And I already sent y'all the art for Jemmet. Selfasari. Researcher extraordinaire. This is a face that you recognize from the council meeting, quote unquote. She was one of the more vocal individuals in there and had a very strong interest in Nevos. I must flip my notes. As the crowd gathers, you hear her voice. I am Jemmet Selfasari, lead researcher and representative of City Council. We have identified 4 persons responsible for tower collapse several nights ago. These agents come from other city. We do not yet know which. At this point, your faces start to appear in the image instead of hers. Highly detailed, hand-drawn images with notes about your details. How tall you are, how much you weigh, etc., etc. Nevos, you know without a doubt these are Jemmet's notes. Based on the way she dissected you visually, the time you spent in that council chamber was all she needed. During trial, they escaped custody into Kalu proper. All should be considered armed and deadly. Do not interact for your safety. Any sightings should be reported to guards. Tips leading to capture will be paid 2 gold. Further, Kalu's outer gates will be closed for the next few days. In the meantime, a curfew 1 hour before sunset will be in effect by order of council and the Archbishop. Please be locked inside by this time. Your safety cannot be guaranteed to anyone out after dark. Strange creatures have been spotted out at night. We assume disturbed from sewers by collapse of tower and released by these 4. Our top guards will be deployed to take care of these problems. There is an individual who comes up on the screen. Brun, you recognize them from the tower when you were climbing down through the manhole. And they give a small report about what they had seen that night from the tower. Finally, it changes to the Archbishop. She is in full regalia again, looking stern, face set. Not quite a grimace, but a grim determination. I, Archbishop Gowrand, must emphasize the importance of staying inside until these creatures are dealt with. Having witnessed them myself, I implore you to stay safe. She's describing the creatures that have been spotted, the ones you supposedly let loose from the sewers. Talking about how they hunt at night and stay in the shadows and watch and wait for anyone they can find. She continues on to express or invite people rather who need extra security or have no place to go to stay that there are temples in the lower and middle temple district, prayers, for people to take shelter. Once she's finished, the broadcast ends, and the stones below that had been glowing in those arcane patterns stop, the glow fading away. The crowd around you, they had gathered, again, a little away from all of you. You hear murmurs, people talking about the reward. How dangerous could they be? Did they really destroy a tower? At this point, city favor, 70-30. There's a 70% chance, if you are recognized, that people will snitch. So, the various groups that you all have vague contact with, so the Faithful, Celestial Collective, Gartranas, even the Twist Winds, Vox Jepka, and the Archbishop. If you reach out to them during the day and convince them to help you, it may have a high cost. It may be something you can only do once. Depending on the person and the pull and sway that they have in the city, there's a different boost for that day. So, for instance, Celestial Collective, you have to roll a under 50 on a D100 for a 10% boost. Okay, so each of these different groups have different values, a different D100 that you have to roll for success. Does that make sense? I have groups on my side that I will be rolling to reduce your favor. So that's what I just pulled with the Self-Sorry there, was to drop your favor. So I will be working against you. The maximum that I can hit per day is, if I get really lucky, only if I get really lucky, is a 30% drop. Okay. I will type all of this up for you guys, but I just don't have it right now.
Thank you.
That will come as you interact with these different groups, I think. Does that seem fair?
Feels fair.
Okay. So we will roll those at the end of each day after you've had a chance to go out, talk to whomever you want, et cetera, et cetera. So for this day, 70% chance you're going to want to be careful who you interact with and who you're seen by.
Are there... I was thinking the only other members of the Celestial Collective here were Charlie and the knight he was with, Calloway. Are they still in the city, or have they...
They're long gone.
We think they've... Okay. Are there other members of the Celestial Collective here, then?
Your two contacts, and then whoever they have as their network.
Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't know if they were identifying themselves as members or not. That's good to know.
So that'd be Erda and Tirthas.
Yeah. Okay.
You would know that they are members of the collective from your chat with Calloway.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you can reach them today and get their help, there's a chance for the collective, like I said, a 50% chance on that roll to get a 10% boost for the next day. I'm throwing out a lot of numbers.
That's where
you all should have seen me at 2 a.m. trying to math this out. Hoo boy. The maximum that you guys can raise per day with the single use, high cost, etc. is 60% boost. So We'll get into that later. So, who shall we start with? Thalmus or Roots? Who's particularly antsy to meet their people?
Duncan's excited to meet the dwarves.
We left late to meet with Vox anyway, so that makes sense that they would go first.
Fair enough. All right, Navos, Duncan, you make your way through the streets.
Making my way downtown.
The wide berth is uncomfortable, but at least the costumes, the disguises, seem to be doing their job currently. Your faces are covered by masks, your bodies covered by cloaks. Neos, surprisingly enough, Vox did a pretty solid job sizing you up. They did express that you should probably stand more upright instead of your usual hunched, and the robes do actually accommodate that. You were also given some padding to silence your claws, so that you weren't quite as standouty about not being human.
Yeah, and as
because
much as
there
possible,
really haven't been clawed individuals.
Yeah. I want to like barrel up my chest and my shoulders too, as I've got the
Pretend
height
you're Brun.
going. Yeah, in a way, trying to be more of that seeker, that like a big guard. Like, don't look at me, keep moving.
Okay.
We've seen Seekers in the city, correct?
Not really, because y'all kind of bypassed most of that.
And then we were in prison.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of pretending what I think it could be.
Give me a
Authority.
performance with advantage from Duncan.
Okay.
Or you could both roll. It's up to you guys.
I'll give him advantage. I'll definitely
Fair
play
enough.
into that sense of authority. I've had this experience in the past, where obviously I was looking over people, not in a demeaning way, but more of a rank way, and I'll just kind of exercise that muscle of mine.
Fair enough. Performance.
Ooh, 19.
Very nice. Where are you guys headed to find these dwarves? You were told there were a couple of places that you might be able to find them more consistently.
Mhm.
If you consult the family guide,
Yeah, that's just what's going on
that
right
would
now.
tell you as well. So I have to keep
Spinners.
flipping through pages.
Spinnerts and wages. Okay, get off the keyboard.
Yeah. Ah. So yeah, Spirits and Wage Districts would be your best bets. Not that you couldn't find them other places, but that's your better ones. We're going. Where are you headed?
I haven't been to either. I'm just
Yeah,
spinnerts.
Yeah, Spinnerets, I think, is my vote as well. Seems like because Spinner, that's the craftsman's district, correct?
So Wages and Spinnerts. Spinnerts is more the specialty craftsman. It's a section of Region 4. Ping-a-ding.
Yeah,
There you go.
that feels more
So-
appropriate.
The entirety of 4 there is Wages. Spinnerts is a small subsection of it. But
Mhm.
as you kind of pass through the city, you approach the gate, and the guards don't stop you. They don't interact with you. They step to the side, they hold the line for you, and you keep moving. If you get too close, they back off. There is genuine discomfort at your presence.
As we're passing
keep
through the
walking.
gate, I'm going to do kind of like looking as if I'm inspecting this checkpoint of some kind. Kind of play into that role.
Incredible. You'd gotten a 19 on your performance. We'll carry that through. The Wages District is bustling. This is where businesses are primarily set up, and there are a lot of people who are trying to get an early start on the day. What were you saying there?
I was just going to say, like, look, as I'm inspecting it, kind of a little disapproval. I know I'm wearing a mask, but kind of just shaking my head as I look around as I'm passing through. With authority, just like this. Yeah, I'm supposed to be through here.
Okay. Gotta readjust. Okay. So, give me, please, both of you, a perception or an investigation to try and find some Thalmos. You know they are stonemasons by trade.
15.
Another
15?
19.
A 19. Over the course of about an hour, where things are waking up, people are starting to be more common on the streets. The broadcast, Self-Asari broadcast, replays a few times, drawing larger and larger crowds each time. And in those crowds, you do spot some dwarves. There's a few of them. You hear them kind of grumbling to each other, a little discontent with the thought of a curfew, because after work is prime drinking hours, and that's gonna get old real fast if they can't go to the bar. We are leaning into stereotypes here. The crowd kind of disperses around you, and you see them start heading away. What are you doing?
On the way, if I can kind of, not a whisper, but just into Duncan's ear, let's see if we can find Ridsora. She questioned me. She might recognize my voice, but
I don't speak.
She seems to have an answer as to, or a question on this sinkhole.
Agreed. And I'll head towards. Now, as a handler, am I like pulling Nabos with me, or is it kind of like that parasocial relationship?
You trail
where,
behind.
like the handler. Oh, I'm behind him. Okay.
Yes, the help goes first to clear the way.
Okay. Fair enough. As I should. I'll definitely kind of point Navos in the direction of those dwarves and kind of give the signal like that might be our best bet. Let's head that way.
Just full robotic, marching right up to them, standing right in front and just arms down, just waiting.
They see you headed their way and move to scooch. But as you stop in front of them, they all get very, very nervous. They had been chatting with each other, kind of jabbing back and forth, the usual banter for tradesfolk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they clam up as soon as you're in front of them. Is there something we can help you with?
Thalmuth?
We are. They all kind of raise their wrists to show off collar bracelets. Is there something
Red
wrong
sword.
with Ridsora?
You heard me.
And they kind of look at each other. Give me an intimidation with
Okay.
advantage.
Perfect. Intimidation is my worst one though, because Duncan's a nice guy. That's
Please.
a 14, so 13 plus 1.
They're muttering to each other, and the tone of your voice bites maybe a little more than you intend it to, and they snap almost to attention. They're not soldiers, but their best estimation of harsh focus in the face of authority. We ain't seen her today yet. It's pretty early. She's usually up in the main office. Are we in trouble?
Main office.
Yeah, that way, just down a few blocks.
Okay. I will leave.
And as one is like, but sir, you forgot our homework. The other like slaps him over the back of the head. It's like, don't. And the direction that you've been pointed pushes you further into the city.
I'm still standing
pause
there.
you two there. You're still standing there?
And then I'll move.
They get
I'll
extra
give that a
nervous.
stern look back to see that my help is not following, and
Just give me a quick heal.
Basically. All right, we'll pause you two there. Brun and Navos. Sorry, Brun and Thane. So used to it being Navos.
We're switching it up.
You are.
hand of
Look at you go.
Um,
Chaos Crew.
as the recording or whatever, the images stop playing, Thane is going to turn to Brun as we're walking. We need to get our hands on one of those. That's the ticket.
You know how to work one?
No, but the Archbishop does. Apparently.
Or did Self-Asari put the whole package together?
I don't know. Maybe she's got a webcam. Just gotta turn it on.
What?
It is interesting that the whole city can be... You could talk to the whole city like that. Must be new.
Things have changed, Brun.
Yeah.
If,
you at the times, old man.
Yeah, Thane does hear Brun kind of mutter, that must be new.
if anyone asks us while we're doing anything today, you're my bodyguard. And I am very important.
Okay. But under the condition that I'm not Duncan. I'm not going to make you promise anything, but do your best not to start a fight, because there's only so many...
Oh, no.
There's only
today.
so many dudes my size in this city.
No fighting today, if we can help it.
Now, if we
Soon.
get into a fight, I will absolutely help kick ass, but we should probably not lead with that.
I would recommend not doing that.
Just sort of turn under the hood and go, "Are you done already, or just bothering me?"
I'm taking my time.
Hmm.
It's all work with you people.
Do you worry he's gonna like bite you or something?
Am I worried about Vox?
Yeah, like isn't Fox is kind of weirder than usual lately, right?
Who's
I don't think so.
Vox? I don't believe I've met your Vox.
Gonna turn and do like a real fur. Wait, no, because Farty would have no fucking clue that we were in these secret.
Yeah. I'm not even dressed. I don't even look like. I look nothing like Thane at the moment. We are heading
uncharacteristic Farney smirk. Uncharacteristic for that face.
For Farty's face.
Mm-hmm.
We're heading to the roots then.
Yeah, shoo before.
Best of luck.
Lucky for me, I'm still in the gardener's good graces, so maybe they'll be less likely to decapitate me.
The grin falls. And you are on your way.
Good luck,
Vox
Farney.
is off doing. Farney Vox is doing Farney Vox things elsewhere. Run, it's strange walking through the streets. You're in kind of like the middle region of Prayers. You would have been here once or twice, but not too often. You mostly spent your time over in Clang. You don't really remember the Seeker Squads very well. You're not sure if you're doing it right, but people are still giving a wide berth. You stop once in a while for those displays, just as everyone else does, to make sure you're kind of blending in. You two give me performance. Either to both of you roll or one with advantage.
Do I get anything special given that I look nothing like myself in any way?
Is that a racial thing?
I'm not sure. I rolled an 18 anyway.
I'm gonna say no, you
without
don't get
advantage.
anything special.
All right, that was just a straight roll. 18.
Yeah, I'll roll as well. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh, snap.
The inspiration made it worse.
Yes! What you get?
You want a performance?
Uh-huh.
That is a 5.
What was the inspiration roll?
The first roll was a 3. The inspiration roll was a 2.
I love this for me.
You're welcome. I can imagine it being like Brun is trying to blend in, but doesn't have the Brun's too busy looking for looking like he wants to fight something, and I think he wants to burn off a little more steam, so he's coming off a little more aggressive instead of just being like, oh shit, it's the cops, don't look at the cops. Yeah, not quite as yeah. The vibes aren't quite right. That it's not screaming bodyguard, it's screaming I want I'm a bruiser who just happens to be walking around with a rich guy.
He's extorting me. He's walking me to the ATM.
Yeah. It's I like that flip where it does someone goes up and is like, "Sir, is this guy bothering you?"
Heading toward the noose, the crowds grow. And even though people are trying to give you a wide berth, there's a press of people. The announcements had said that if you need shelter, this is where to go. And so people are kind of flooding this district, coming from mostly the directions that you're trying to head. Okay. Da, 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 da. So many things, I'm sorry. And you're heading toward Roots.
Yes.
The crush of people at the gate is difficult to get through. There are so many people trying to push their way through. The guards are trying to do their best. They have to stop people, check with them, make sure their collars are as they should be, etc., etc. Thane, one of them spots you. And they give you a little bit of a look. And then they see behind you a massive seeker with no handler.
Oh, he's in seeker robes. Oh, I thought you were just like dressed up or some shit.
No.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
And you see the moment that the thought passes his mind of that's not right. You can both do one thing before this man gets his signal.
Do we recognize that we've been made?
You see him reaching for...
No, I'm going to turn around. Keep up. I do not have all day. You were supposed to take me somewhere, were you not? Dumb.
And Brun's there's a second where Brun's like, dude, what the fuck? But that is like clocks the dude and is like, oh, and like the mannerism kind of like cows a little more and like plays into the subservience a little more to try and blend a little bit.
The hand is still reaching, but there's a pause. Run, reroll performance at advantage.
Thank you. Oh, incredible! That's a 21.
Can you add athletics? Reflecting his muscles.
There's no athletics.
That's why he's proficient in intimidate, because that's performance but with flexing.
The guard pauses and, still unsure of why there's a rogue seeker without a keeper, gets kind of bombarded by more people pushing through. And you two are able to slip your way past the gate into Roots.
Okay. Brun, sorry about that. What do handlers do? What do I have to do to make me seem like we're meant to be together?
Honestly, now that we're on this side of the gates and like Brun's gonna theoretical question for the GM. Would it be possible to modify the cloak to not immediately read as seeker and read more as bodyguard? Just like tucking and folding or something like that.
Inside out.
Hold, please.
It's a reversible.
Mm-hmm.
Like a belt.
One side is secret.
Or alternatively, Brun is perfectly happy to just rip it and just like do like a head wrap kind of thing, mostly to obscure his face.
Or Thane can look like whatever they choose.
Or turn it around, wear it as a Snuggie.
Ooh, okay. Oh, the Seeker Snuggie? That sounds...
Merch.
This is I was about to say, is it a drop for official merch for refresh?
So, when I say robe, it's a sleeved coat kind of thing. It's not just like fabric draped all over you.
Okay.
I will say, I'll let you try it and then decide afterwards how well you've done.
Because even if it's like just like a sleeved coat, like turn it inside out, rip off the sleeves, like make it look a little. Especially now that we're in Roots, which correct me if I'm wrong, is the more like.
That's
sorry,
residential.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to leave this place eventually. I don't know if it's best that you rip the disguise that you have. Thane can just change how they look, right? To look like someone who would appear more like a handler.
But you don't have the outfit.
You know, the fit.
The mask and robes. Unless I will be generous. Did you take the bag?
So my thought is, because Thane took their armor off, so they're either in their underwear or they're in the clothes that Vox brought. That was my intention.
If we're gonna meet up with criminals, maybe showing up as like as the T-1000 is maybe not the best way to show up to.
Or maybe it is. I mean, we show up and we act like we're doing a shakedown or something, and then that way we can get alone with the people we want to meet. Who's going to stop us at that point?
They get twitchy when
make decision.
No, Brun will like rip off the sleeves. He'll keep the mask, in case he needs it later. But yeah, he'll do a quick modification on the outfit, to look more like a bruiser bodyguard type, which is more his speed anyway.
Sleight of hand for that. Channel your inner Cynthia.
Oh, now I'm twice as sad.
Teehee.
That's a 14. I was like, it's a 14, but my sleight of hand, I believe, it's -2. So that's a 12.
It's rough. You're hoping it'll do what you want it to do. You don't know yet.
I'm shooting for 30 feet in cataracts. Like, I don't want people looking too close at me, and that's fine.
Side streets. Yeah. Thane, you are vaguely familiar with the area. Brun, vaguely familiar with the area. Remind me again who you're trying to find specifically. Because it's been a... Erda, okay.
Yes.
With Brun's help, you can find where Erda had been. You navigate mostly side streets, trying to keep away from people a little bit more. Playing up the role of fancy boy and lad protection. You do get some looks. People who are like, why is there somebody that proper here? What are they doing? People are suspicious. Brun, your clothes are similar enough to the Seeker look that people take a moment, a double take, and then kind of hustle away. Y'all are so goddamn lucky. I just rolled a 71.
That's our tagline.
Man, okay. You escape for now. You get the feeling that people are avoiding your look as much as possible and not lingering nearly enough to recognize you. Thane, you find where Erda had been, where you had met her. There's no one home at the moment, but in your couple of days that you'd been there, you remember that there's a little bit of a system to leave some things. What did you want with Erda today?
Yeah, so Thane wanted to try to get an idea of kind of the overall structure of what they have in place already and where ways that the timeline could be sped up, potentially. So if Thane could leave a message behind, a hidden message,
Sure.
they're just going to stay.
I was going to say, I'll just ask that you message me that. That gives you a little time to think out the words that you want to leave. It's not going to be a long message.
Yep,
Keep it
that's
to
fine.
25 words.
Yep.
We will head back to wages. You two have made your way to the main office of the Thalamus. You see a lot of people coming and going, a lot of dwarves bringing material in, getting orders, heading out. Your presence here is unusual. You've passed a couple other seeker squads along the way. You note that there are usually 2 seekers and 1 handler. 1 and 1 is a little unusual, but with the apparent rise in security, maybe resources are strained. You don't know. But people aren't paying you any mind. You make your way into the office itself, and there's kind of a series of desks in here. A lot of stockpiles of material, a lot of filing cabinets and shelves full of paperwork. And you see the lady you're looking for. She's currently giving orders to a couple of guys who have a cart that they've been talking about with her of delivery materials.
I will motion to Navos, kind of pointing out the person. I would assume, because I've never seen her before, that of authority, looking for confirmation.
Quick nod, and then I want to go into one of the side corners, and then I want to wait for the rest of the people to leave until it's just Ritsora and us.
Unless you two do something to clear the room, there's so much activity going on. It's kind of hive-ish, where people keep coming in to check with the queen, right? You're going to have to actively interfere with that process.
Is it busy enough that a seeker and a handler walking into the office seems like a big deal still?
It's definitely weird. You've definitely put a couple people on alert. There are people working desks, doing the paperwork and such, and you keep getting glances. They keep looking over.
Is there,
not sure why you're
for lack of a better word, like a secretary of some kind? Someone manning a desk?
Yeah, you could approach one.
Okay. I'll definitely approach the biggest one. Whoever's kind of like...
The biggest desk or the biggest person?
I want the
just for
smallest person at the biggest desk. I want them
Oh,
to look wildly uncomfortable. Like they can't reach the drawers. They have to like scoot over.
But they've got some power if they're behind that big of a desk.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're just talking to a 6-year-old that got brought to work today.
Even better.
You approach a gentleman, darker hair. He's got some decent braids going on. His beard isn't super long, a little scraggly, not very luxurious. His clothes are decent enough for office work, but you can tell he's fairly new. And he's trying to pretend you're not there and, oh, look at this shelf, this very, very interesting shelf and all these papers that I need to look at right here, right now.
I know I have a mask on, but can you see my eyes through it?
Sure.
Like, okay. Death glare, unwavering, straight at them. Like I want their attention. I want you to look at me right now.
You get kind of a peek over the shoulder that very quickly turns back to what he's trying to focus on. You can smell the sweat starting to happen. Not just see it, you can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of nervously humming to himself, like, this isn't happening, everything's fine. Make for
I'm assuming
me.
they have. Yeah. Okay.
Intimidation.
Okay.
With advantage.
Absolutely.
Because you got
They
the
don't
creepy
pay
guy
any
standing
attention.
in the corner.
I will put my hand directly on whatever they're doing to cover it up. That is a 15 plus 1 for 16.
Your hand comes down, and there's kind of a... Hello.
And as my hand is...
sir.
My hand's going to stay on the paper as I lean in. Ridsora.
She's over there.
And I
Points
I know,
shaky.
I won't even look. Have questions. Must talk to her.
Right. Right now? Need to talk to her?
I'll lean
Kind of in a
closer.
rush.
I'll keep
Right now.
kind of staring at them silently. Yep.
And he hops down. He was on like a little bit of a stool. Kind of give him a little boost. And scurries over. Like tap tap on the shoulder. You see him like leaning up to talk to her. And she gets this nasty look on her face. Biggest scowl. Navos, you recognize that look very well. That's how you first met her. And she says something to the guy that you harassed. He runs up a set of stairs, and you hear a deep bell go off. All of the people around you who've been scurrying in and out pause, look around in confusion, pack up their stuff, and head out. The doors close behind the last person. Not before he can scurry his
Jane,
way
if
down
he
the
was here to
stairs and
appreciate-
scatter.
This is a union break, if I've ever seen one.
Listen, between the union break and the call and like the intimidation, I think we got the wrong groups. I think we needed a switch.
We're making it work.
Yeah, we'll do.
And I'll pull back from the desk and resume that kind of statue of authority until I'm approached.
She sits there, arms crossed, in a huff, looking at you from across the room. She's gonna stare you down.
Well, one of us has got a break. I'll stare right back.
All right.
Contested intimidates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
Contested-
actually.
Can I? Oh, I don't know if it's advantage, but Naveless is gonna get like nervous. Like, it's still gonna try to stay straight, but after too long, is gonna start like walking forward.
She's sitting there.
If you're walking forward, I will put my hand on your shoulder and not allow you to walk.
Would you get there?
We hold on, but we do still have a forced reroll if
That is
This is a
a
contested roll.
good idea. That is a good idea.
Yeah, let's use that.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Okay.
mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I got an 8.
You both stare the other down. Neither of you breaking. I also got an 8.
yeah.
I had an 18. I had an 18.
Took it away.
You see her, like, she starts to get a little bored, just sitting there waiting.
Is there between the two of us? Is there halfway evenly a desk with chairs at it?
Sure.
I will move to that desk and take a seat. Halfway.
She'll roll her eyes, hop down, and come on over. Looks at you like, what do you want?
I have questions. We're looking into the destroyed research tower. What do you know of it?
On whose authority are you asking these questions?
The Great Council.
It's not typical they'd send seekers.
This isn't a typical thing. We're looking into possibly arcane factors into its destruction. That's all I can say right now.
She kind of leans forward.
How long you been a seeker keeper?
Long enough. Irrelevant.
You
What do you
see
know of
her
it?
kind of grin. Neighbors, make for me an insight check. Or either of you can roll perception/investigation.
Perception.
I
My
got
tempo's 14.
19.
Navis, when you had met her, you didn't have any clue about the families. Looking at her again in this space, you see that she has an insignia, a signet ring. It is very ornate. Something that nice is not something that a lower individual in the family.
She's on the council. Shit. Shit. Thank you for your time. We're going to leave.
Duncan, you got a 14 for which one?
For perception.
She's got a lot of confidence as soon as you say council. I don't recall the council having a meeting about this. Besides, the Self-Asari been asking me all week. So let me ask you again. How long you been a seeker, keeper? She's got a big old smile now. The kind of look that says you're busted. What do y'all actually want?
Takes a lot of balls to come on up into my office, have me close things down during rush, and then lie to my face.
Information.
You said that already.
And I'll tell you one more.
What are you
I don't
actually
think.
after?
Well, I truly am looking into the destruction of the research tower. But I don't think it was those 4 criminals, individuals that everybody says.
And they're
I'll
handsome,
admit I'm
too.
not a secret keeper. I'm a private investigator looking for answers.
Private investigator. Who's your buddy then? Turns to you, Nevos. The big feller.
Nothing more than a prop. Secret keepers don't usually walk around without seekers. I can only find one
You
on
know at
short
least
notice.
that much. You from outside the city then? Trying to blend in.
In a manner of speaking.
Why should I tell you anything, not just lock you away?
Because I feel that you share that same itch. It's almost a sense of pride, if I may speak bluntly. Someone destroyed one of your towers. I would almost think you would want to know these answers too.
So what I get in return? I'll tell you everything I know, and then what? You just get out of my hair?
If I find answers, I'll bring them back. You deserve as much to know as much as I do.
If ain't much. We don't usually deal in ifs. That'd be a heavy debt you'd have.
I know a heavier one.
Is there any important like paperwork around?
You would assume behind her desk, like her actual desk, not the one she's currently sitting at
Yeah.
to parlay.
This halfway desk.
Why do you ask? It's a very suspicious question of you.
I know. I'm trying to do something. If I can
What are you
try
trying
to
to do?
They start
grab
filing
something,
paperwork.
I start.
Can't beat them, join
What are you
them.
trying to do?
I start doing their taxes. No, I want to see if I start grabbing something. Start like something that looks important and like pretend that I'm gonna rip it.
Go for it now.
She sees you start walking over there.
It just says approved lunch order.
Not the lunch order, not the
Guys,
coffee.
hearts and minds, hearts and minds.
She sees you start walking over there. Your set dressing's walking away. Kind of turns to look at you as you start reaching for stuff. Give me a sleight of hand to make sure that you are not seen from under the clothes. As you reach your grubby mitts out.
It was nice knowing you guys.
What'd you get?
Can we cut this part?
No,
back?
yeah.
The only
a
cutting we're
checkpoint.
doing is to a commercial break, so we can come back and be like, previously on.
Oh,
We got that merch to sell. We got
Let him speak.
5.
You go to reach for something, not really thinking about the current situation of your clothes, and the sleeve slips. And your purple clawed hand extends to grab some papers. And her grin spreads even wider. Navos, that you?
Must have.
No wonder you've been so quiet.
I stand up.
The two of you have met.
Look around like that.
Navos. See that good-looking guy?
He's that guy that doesn't need makeup.
So you all, y'all here to accept our offer? Join the family? Still stands. If you're Navos, she looks back at you, Duncan. Too small to be the big guy. Couldn't be Brun. Zane was a woman.
Thing is,
Means you must be Duncan.
Not necessarily.
And she kind of like leans back and is like tapping on the table a little bit, like. Those answers you want, they could be yours. We could actually work together. A little surprised you don't have the rest of your crew, but two's better than none. Especially to see the look on Alphonse's face when he doesn't get what he wants. What do you say,
What if I could
boys?
ask you a question for a free answer?
That
Very
depends
rare
on
in
the
this city.
question.
It's a simple one. We come to the city. A building gets destroyed. This whole ordeal happens. What compels your family to place an offer on us? What do you guys get out of this?
What do we get out of it? I mean, we get y'all. Ain't that enough?
For
So
nobodies?
valuable. I'll give yourself
doubt
more
it.
credit, sugar. Now, what I want from y'all, if we get a demo crew, that could go some interesting places. Piss Alfoza off, knock him off his high horse a little bit. Might even send you down below. See what kind of ruckus you can stir up. We get more work, cement our place. You ride along with us because you're part of the family.
Why can't we? It's
One question for free. Y'all got about, looks to a fairly large mechanical timepiece. It's kind of up the stairs that you saw that little guy scurry up. Y'all got about 30 seconds to either get out of my face, let me reopen, or I'll see who's around and let them have a crack at you. Got a few boys who are itching for a little tussle. She hops down from the stool, starts walking very slowly in time with the tick of the clock back to her desk. Navos, you better put that back before you leave.
I'll set it back down.
That's what I thought. "15 seconds. What are you guys doing?"
Duncan pushes himself back from the desks. Stands up. Thank you for your time. We'll be in touch. And I'll head out the front door.
I certainly hope so. And you hear her as you are heading out. Actually, Navis, what are you doing in this moment? You saying anything to her, leaving? What you up to?
It was nice seeing you again, Ritsora. And I'll follow behind.
Wish I could say the same. And you hear her shout to someone named Forek to ring the bell again. And you hear that deep chime. The doors open. Woo, that was an angry cat. This tabaxi just busts in, adamant to get inside. And the crush of people push past you once again. You did something. You're not quite sure what it was, but you sure did something. Last bit for Thane and Brun. You've left your note. What else are you guys doing for the day?
We're in the part of town where, like, the Gartrano.
Gartrano.
The Gartrano. The criminal element kind of hangs out. Right there, we're in one of the areas that Fox is avoiding.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No!
That's where I wanted to be.
My boy.
I'm so safe from him.
Boy.
From them.
Corvid's Crest was one of the locations. And then there's a temple here as well, right? Did I understand that correctly, Alexis?
There aren't really temples in this district.
Oh, I wrote temple
Maybe
and
the
root.
That would be the temple district.
So the Corvid's Crest is where we had...
Corvid's Crest would be up here in Zone 4.
In the roots, though, right?
Actually, sorry, no. Corvid's Crest would be in 6, which would be feeders.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just see that now. Feeders toward Clay.
Yeah. So that'd be like all the way up that way.
How bad do you want to meet the Gartranos?
We don't know. They are an outlier here. We feel confident that we got the message sent. We'll see if it was delivered. So we'll leave it up to you because they seem like more of your wheelhouse. But you came with us here, so.
How do you feel about being bait?
Oh. Sure. If we want to do that.
I want you to just hang out.
In this form.
Yeah. Look fancy like you got too much money to spend. See who comes to pay you a visit. Don't let them... We're not trying to kill anybody. We're just trying to make an introduction.
All right.
Okay.
Anything from anyone for tonight?
Dang it, I thought my plan was so good. We just walk in and Red Zor, where's she at?
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, fuck, right. You're on the committee that we're pretending to be on. Fuck.
She must have been so short. She was like hiding behind somebody else while we were at the council. I didn't even see her face.
She left her box at home.
Yes. She had a different representative at the council meeting. She's off doing her own thing. She's a busy lady.
You're out having lunch with somebody. I got time for that.
So yeah, any last anythings from anyone? The message has been sent to your contact Thane. Y'all are on your way to bait out the Gartranos. And Neos and Duncan, you guys can do other stuff for the day, but you're not sure if she did report you, if there was any signal sent out. She seemed just generally in a pretty good mood after realizing it was you who had come directly to her. That's pretty special. So, you don't quite know. For the meta, though, I did roll a 92, and I'm mad about it.
No snitches today.
No snitches just yet. Man. So nothing from anyone.
No.
Recap from last time. Jesus. Throw everything.
Who's doing it, damn it?
Recap, go!
Yeah, I'll go. Continuing, and sort of wrapping up our discussion with the Archbishop and with a Twistwind runner that Thane seemed to have some deeper ties to. We kind of we hashed out a couple more of our choices. We got the list of the 5 houses that offered to make a play for us. And the larger discussion regarding, do we split up? Do we stay as one unit? Or do we say no? Collars have been removed from all of us. We are free to move around the city. The seatbelt sign has been turned off, but it is. We were encouraged to think of a longer, loftier goals because it is essentially open season on us. And no one's being really forthright about what that entails. Importantly, Archbishop has taken steps away from us to sort of separate herself from us. However, we did learn that with the collar removed, the Archbishop can say and remember and no longer has that mental hiccup when discussing Ellerin. For what that's worth. Not
worth a whole lot, so probably shouldn't look into that at all anyway.
Yeah, no, that's not plot relevant at all. I apologize. The twist, it was not a Twistwind runner that delivered the letters.
It was?
Uram?
Yeah,
Umrum, yeah. They were.
Oh, was it Twistwind? Why do I have?
They were Twistwind, yeah.
He does not a Twistwind, but he works for the Twistwind.
Okay, great. That explains why the last name was not Twistwind on my notes.
They, them.
Yep.
They. Thank you. So yes, Umram also removed our daggers or our tattoos and our collars with an obsidian knife. There was a little needle in it.
Very painfully, I might add. I put that in the notes.
Owie.
Ouch, owie, your spine.
As we left, everyone, Thane made a large declaration to the assembled people outside of the building, where we essentially laid the groundwork for whomever comes after us next. Trying to spread some seeds of sedition there. Lots of upraised middle fingers as we walked off into the city. We were given a place to sleep. Discussions were had about next steps. Brun suggested assassinating the Archbishop, which was immediately shot down by 2 people. And then as we were hiding out. We saw Farney outside the window, pulled Farney in, and behold, it is not Farney, it is instead Vox. And that is where we left off was with Vox's reappearance. Did I miss anything of note from the rest of the gang?
Yeah, anything else to add from anyone?
Question. I don't know if I'm missing this. Umran mentioned someone looking for us. I guess it was like a cleric that was watching us. Was this Vox or is this a separate person?
I don't recall saying that. You did follow a cleric to your current hideout.
Maybe that was it. Okay.
They were being all sneaky and making sure that you were following them.
Yep, the Archbishop gave us lodgings. She also is having weird dreams as well, so she might be in the thicker of the plot than she knows. She really wants us to join with a family, saying we'll have access to their resources with whatever family we sign up with. Lots of cutting of people's spines. But I think you got the rest of it. Yeah.
Sweet.
You get our stuff back.
Nice.
I do have a question for the GM.
Yeah.
So I have, of the 5 families that offered us letters, I have Twistwin, I have Kunabik, I have Blank, I have Alfoza, I have Selfasari.
Talmuth.
Talmuth.
Yeah, which the Clang
Thalmaf. The dwarves. Who built this city?
Rebuild this city really fast. Cool.
All right. Curtis, how is your inspiration looking?
I Curtis could use some. Let me see how Brun's doing. Brun could also use some.
Well, Brun can have one.
Hooray!
And Curtis, you're looking fresh today.
Thank you.
There's your inspiration.
Yeah. New color. It's a great day to be.
Woo!
I was going to comment on that earlier, but I showed up right when we were starting, so I missed my window.
It's no longer
Good though.
I've shifted
All
to a
right,
different end
so-
of the visual light spectrum.
So, as you mentioned, we left off in a room, notably on a second floor of the building. So, when you pulled Farney in, they climbed to the second floor window and did, in fact, reveal themselves as your problem child, Vox. You lot are a lot harder to find than I would like.
I'm terribly sorry that you had to do any amount of work. I'm sure.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't
I'm
be
sure
finding
it was
us.
hard for you.
You should be sorry, and you should be glad I did find you. There are many people in the city looking for you right now.
My birthday was a couple of months ago. I like a belated gift as much as the next guy, but...
Ha!
Do you have a birthday? Or do you, does the collective celebrate birthdays?
It's no, not really. We try to avoid things that would make us stand out. Which is kind of what a birthday would do.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yes, regardless of that. And he kind of like hand is like fidgeting in the pocket a little bit. Why are so many people interested in you in particular? What's up with that?
To be interesting.
Usually, you don't want attention. It's not typically the ideal.
You should tell that to Thane.
We don't even have a
Looks
birthday.
at you.
You didn't have any birthday.
Doesn't even have a
We can use this to our advantage, which is what our intention is. We could maybe use some help getting down below, though. You disguised yourself really well. Is there a way that you could do that with these three?
Unfortunately, Thane, I am not quite that skilled. The best I could do is a little bit of makeup. And kind of looks over at Navos. And I don't think my makeup skills are quite up to par for that.
I don't do makeup. It's just not my thing.
I'm beautiful anyway. I don't need it.
I will turn to high five Navos. Self-confidence is key. It's not a rule, but it should be.
He pulls a satchel around.
Believe in yourself.
Yes, it's all
what rule
well
was
and
that?
good. The best I have is this. Drops a bag in front of you. And it sounds fairly soft. Whatever's in there kind of deforms fairly freely. And